I've been driving now my Queen for about 2 weeks, and it's a quite unhappy lady, okay? This morning she decided to quit locking of the driver door. See when I lock it? And you hear this beep, and the mirrors don't fold in. So I diagnosed it with the gap tool. Left hand driver door locking thingy, short circuit to ground or something. Okay, I can open it. So I got an urge to take this door card out, and the first thing I did is I looked for the bolts, and I found that there is one missing down there. That means somebody's been in there before. We'll try our luck. Okay, let's lift it up here. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, this area. There it is. And it reveals a bolt. Not so easy. Well, there we got it. It's these clips. Oh yeah, once you know the direction, it's easy. Okay, looking down at it here. Sure I'm not stretching it. Yeah, there we go. And then there's a hook at the end. I think this is, it's still good. This was actually extremely easy. There was one more plug down here I had to disconnect. This is why that lower bolt was no longer in, because the receiver here is broken off, see? Yeah, everything aluminum. Would be here. What's this here? Oh, I see. It's just a hook. Wow, this is really well done. Very good design. See, it got like a gasket here all the way around. There is no glue or anything, so everything is reversible. Oh. Okay, I want to see the connector. I got this connector off and it looks all perfect, okay? It was seated nicely. There is no short circuit to ground. Either this module died completely. There's another one down here. Let's check this one out. So as expected, connector looks perfect. So I'm still gonna use some electronic cleaner. And there. Boy, this is clean. Unbelievable. This car is like new. 9 years old. So this is that broken piece. Hopefully we can get a new one there. Put this temporarily back in so that we can test it. Check out the secret behind this white cable, okay? You attach it to the cable, then you can mount the door card. And then you can tighten it basically. See? Right there. Now you attach this here, so it doesn't give you like a micro noise. So got this all back together, a little bit at least. Okay, Queen close works. It works again. So I kind of did a connector removal, plugging, removal, replugging procedure. And I gave it a little bit of love. And that fixed it for now. This is preventing the window lift motor from slapping against the door. I bet you somebody got in trouble and then the bolt was added. Light comes back on, got it in, goes back on here. Good. That works. Oh, thank God. And see, it got keyless entry. That's nice. Okay, check this out. That's the sign that it's not locking. So my fix from last time didn't work. I'm gonna have to open this up again and check out what's wrong with this actuator. The good thing is I know now how to do it. It's really easy and I can do it blindfolded. This time I'm smarter. I printed out the diagram, so I think I can actually find out if this motor in the actuator has an open connection once I get to the module here. Here I got a connector layout, okay? This one is hard to find in the internet. And there is the CAPW02A, which is sitting kind of flat and across. So that's this one. This is the connector A and this is the connector B. So central door lock and commons. We want to check out if there is an open circuit between pin 10 and 7. So that motor reads 58 ohms, okay? Let's check out the other motor because that one is still good, the double lock motor. So that one reads 18 ohms, okay? Now I'm not sure. So this is about a motor which draws, I don't know, 1.5 watts. And the other one draws really 0.3. I can't imagine that. Okay. What's important is that you disconnect here on the handle, this connector, if you got the easy entry function, otherwise you will rip this one off. And then to get this part off, you basically stick your key into this hole from the bottom up. Then there is a screw in here. That screw gets you to release the lock. Once you got the lock out, you can take the handle off. Then you get to this bolt, take that bolt out, take this little bezel frame off here, and then take some cables loose and you're done. Very simple. I drilled these rivets open here. Oop, there are these rivets, I just drilled them out. So all I gotta do is tap these and then I can put small bolts in and screw this back together. This is the latch motor. Now watch what happens if I actuate the latch motor here. See, it's working in this direction, but if I reverse polarity, it's now stuck. See, it's stuck. So I'm gonna have to disassemble this further. Drilled this rivet open here. So I drilled this open here. And then this spring comes off. And then this little lever comes off. So I traced it down to this motor module, which is completely sealed off. I could break this open. And this is the motor in question here. That motor is not working all the time. There it is. Why does Land Rover want now 400 euros for this thing? So it makes sense to investigate something like this in detail. The motor sounds good. It's not the motor. Yeah, it got torque. Oh yeah. It got a lot of torque. Maybe something with these contacts. I'll investigate. So I think I got the problem resolved, okay? Well, here's the resistance of the little motor, okay? So if I turn it, you can see it's changing, but it's always around 10 ohms, maybe 20 ohms here. Turning the gear here, the resistance it's changing, but it's nowhere near 80 what I measured in the car. And the motor is running beautifully. It also doesn't have any brush fire. And it does not have any charcoal or anything. It must have been this connection here which arced a little bit, and that caused this motor to have a bad connection, I think. Because now, after taking it in and out a few times, like this, it's all foolproof, okay? It looks complex, but it's really easy to assemble.
Looks like a Swiss watch to me.
Yeah, it is like a Swiss watch. And they want 430 euros for this, so it makes sense to investigate this. Okay, now the motor is on one end and it's not moving. Damn it.
I think you have a bad connector.
I'm not there yet.
So the conclusion goes on.
Okay, here's my conclusion. The two contacts going from the connector through this piece of plastic into the motor back here, they had apparently a bad connection. And when I lifted this motor in and out a few times, it looks like it's working now. And I fumbled around on these here, on these two pins with my plier, just to clean them up like this. Then this baby goes back in here. There's this little switch here on the side which is working. And now I can close this back up here, put some glue on it, and then put this clamp on, let it cure a bit. So I'm using Patek super glue. Drill these out with an M2.5 so I can reassemble this then. Here you can see I can tap a M2.5 into those little studs. Just careful with such small taps, okay? If you break something off here, you're spending another 400 euros to get that fixed. There's my little screw here. Oops, a little bit of Loctite. And then the screw goes in here. There we go. I drilled a hole in and tapped these in M3 so I can reuse them. That works good. That works good. One final test. Looks like it's working. Good enough. Okay. Good. I think that's it. Look, she's waiting for me so we can go to McDonald's. This one holds the locking cylinder. Feed this hose through here. Everything is done really nice on a Range Rover. Almost forgot the easy entry connector here. There we go. Much nicer than on a Discovery. And then click this piece in like we said. There we go. Very nice. That's it. Now you pull this in, see? And click this in here. One more bolt right here.
Most difficult thing is the handle.
Soft close. Oh, come on. Soft close don't work. Oh, that's not a good sign. So I broke the soft close. How about locking? That works. How about soft key? So I took the entire thing apart, much deeper than I did last time, and I found the issue, okay? Here you can see that I messed up the switch tongue here. So the actuator from this little micro switch is basically next to it. It's jammed. So something happened during the assembly when I did this last time, because the thing is so complicated, and it's now very risky when I put it back together that something else doesn't work. I mean, who dreams up something like this? Must be Germans. Yeah, Brose. Thank you, Brose, guys in Berlin. So the switch is still working. Very well. Okay, I gotta show you something. You're gonna be really excited about this. Here. You know that my soft close on the driver door didn't work anymore after I fixed the central lock?
Ever since you touched the car.
So I had it out the second time, and now the central locking is definitely working, but the soft close doesn't, okay? But I could figure out how the soft close works. So check this out. It doesn't require an ECU to function. Look. Did you see it close?
No.
See over here, you see it here too? Yeah, I do it again for you because you didn't see it. Watch it. Isn't that something? So basically all I had to do is wire it up here according to the wiring diagram.
Because he said he dropped something.
So, yeah, and I didn't find it in here anymore. Okay, so I'm quite happy with it.
Well, you are well used to taking the queen apart and putting it back together and taking it apart again and putting it back together.
Yeah, the queen usually takes
a couple of attempts.
That's true. Okay, I gonna install this thing finally on Saturday, and then the queen central locking and soft close will work. I mean, if the queen doesn't have soft close, it doesn't deserve the name queen anymore. Okay?
Yes.
Sometimes you can't buy an O-ring individually, but I was able to buy this little plastic latch here for like €1.80. Shipping was more than this thing. So this is really nice. Nice touch. So we do the final test on camera. Oh, thank God. Okay, see if the lock works. And double lock. That's double lock. So I put you guys inside the queen because I want to show you something. Did you ever wonder what the double locking means? If you lock the car once, okay, I have the window open. If I lock it once, it locks. See? Now watch out. If I reach in here as a thief, so I smashed in the window, and I pull this handle, alarm goes off, I can open the door, okay? I can get into the vehicle. Now watch that. I'm gonna double lock it now. It has that additional beep, did you notice that? Now I smash in the window and check this out. The handle isn't releasing the door anymore. So the double locking, alarm still goes off, okay? But I could not enter the car by smashing in the window and grabbing the handle. So that should scare a thief away, even in the UK where these cars are so popular to steal, okay? Double locking is available in Europe and in some other markets, but I believe it's not available in North America. So let me know in the comments if your queens do that too. See, it memorized now that I locked it last, and after 1 minute it locks again, and it even double locks again. I think this is pretty awesome. So I don't know about you guys, but I always start my international trips with a visit at McDonald's. Okay, landed, picked up my baggage, got through customs and everything. And now I'm in Detroit on my business trip. And I did the first thing what everybody does when getting into a new country, and I even filled up a nice and fresh clean bottle of airport water. Okay, we are in Toyota land. Okay, we gotta pick up the rental car. Unfortunately, it's not the Bronco. Well, it's not the Toyota either. This is it, Malibu. Okay, let's do that incoming inspection. See how damaged it is. Okay, a whole bunch of scratches here in the back. Well, I'm glad I checked this great American quality car here. So I got all the damages reported here, just a couple of cracks. Here I am on my business trip. I landed in Detroit on a nice Sunday afternoon. I picked up my Chevy Malibu and now I'm driving up to my friend's house and I'm gonna spend the night there, probably have a steak. He makes the best steaks in the States. And tomorrow we're gonna leave for a 7-hour drive going towards Chicago, and then I'm gonna spend 4 days in a factory there trying to get a process dialed in because the customer isn't getting enough throughput. So I'm not over here in my usual role as a sales guy. I'm actually over here as a balancing technician or balancing engineer. I hope I can get that process dialed in really well and get him the throughput he wants. That would make this a successful business trip. I worked together with my friend since 2001, so we are a really good team and everything is dialed in very well. And I've worked for the same company now for 36 years, and trust me, I forgot more about balancing than other people will ever know. Now I know my way around here in Detroit really well. I used to live here with Vera for 9 years. We enjoyed that time a lot. We moved back to Germany late 2003. And we even got married over here. So here we're driving 96 West. Yeah, look at the old L322. I bet he's got the 5-liter supercharged V8 in it.
Links abbiegen auf West Livingstone, dann rechts abbiegen auf South Walnut Street.
So this is almost a ritual. Every time I come here to Rob's house, the first thing he does is he makes steaks. And I eat mine actually with silverware like normal people. And he just uses his hands, okay?
Well, I do tend to use a knife.
Okay, yeah, that's like already an upgrade.
What I've been doing that's different is that I had it sous vide. So it heats up in this thing. Before you even get here, it's already sitting in water that's at 127 degrees Fahrenheit.
For how long?
Yeah, it was sitting there for 3-4 hours.
That's why it's so tender.
In these plastic, bags, vacuum sealed, because I got my vacuum sealer here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
then when you get here, then just put it on the grill.
I come here every year, and then we eat steak together, and then we gotta spend time together for business for about a week. We worked together since 2001. It's unbelievable. He hits it right on the spot. It's really incredible.
No, it's good stuff. They don't have that in Germany.
We're gonna take Rob's F-150 pickup truck here.
This is a problem. Nobody does that anymore. Nobody repairs rust anymore.
Yeah.
They think, we'll replace the whole fender.
You got that car now for what, a year?
No, not that long.
Not that long?
Shit.
Yeah, you don't need a machete.
No, I don't want
Not really. So at any visit over here, of course, I gotta go to Harbor Freight and look at the tools. They're not very expensive. These tools from Harbor Freight now, not bad. Very special. Hopefully they're gonna save my ass at one point. So we're driving out here in western Illinois going towards the Mississippi River. I cannot believe it. This is absolutely out of this world. A straw and a lid. Yeah, so all this around here used to be a forest. Yeah, in the Midwest.
Yeah, back in the 19th century.
Mississippi River. Wow. Burning down the field. There's this old steel mill. The house is in front of it. Oh, you mean you broke now your ice scraper? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, but it's made in China. That's it, we're driving back to Michigan. This is still another 6-hour drive. We got our mission here completed in Illinois. We visited the customer and streamlined the process of a balancing machine.
It was great to have people that really appreciated seeing us. It's not just because they needed to see us and they needed for us to look at their machine and figure out, you know, some things that they couldn't figure out. We did. It took us, it was a roller coaster. It took us some time. It took us a few days.
Yeah, and it was a relatively small plant and it had a very family-like feeling inside. Everybody knew each other and everybody was already working there for 25 years and longer. Typical Midwestern environment, I would think. Very...
And we pointed this out in the meeting right at the end too, because it's technically a union shop. They've been a union shop for like 6 years or something, and usually in a union shop it's like a little bit more tense, and people don't mingle. It's not as family, you know, with the management and the machine operators in it. But no, they're all working together real nice.
That's a tight plan.
Well, he is a magician, but he's a...
Because I make my own barbecue sauce, you know, to get a brush on it. Well, we're still in a rental car that has this transmission that doesn't shift.
It's a non-shifting transmission, a CVT.
And I haven't been on the freeway in like more than 10 minutes, so we got to get this thing back on the freeway.
Yeah. You're gonna kill this car before I turn it back in. You already broke the suspension in 2 days of driving it. Certainly got big enough of an exhaust pipe on his truck.
Oh yeah, I gotta have 2 of them. We're gonna blast the people behind you. Get this in my bag that I just made. Lose my power?
Oh, it broke. The quality.
What the hell?
Jesus.
Yeah, it's on again. I don't know what happened there. Put it on moist. Suck it down. Put some water in here.
Yeah, we're not showing how to make coffee, okay?
Okay, it's finished, right? Yeah. Good. I'm always doing 2 things at once. Like this is filling water. I'm not standing there waiting for the water to fill. I'm doing something else, right?
Yeah, you got like a process for everything.
Yeah, so it's more efficient. 128 degrees. I'm going to take it down a little bit because these don't have bones and they're not that thick. I just take regular steak seasoning and I take the rosemary. I mean, I think that this is important for steak. I like to grind up the rosemary with my...
Yeah, that's very efficient.
And then I add it to the normal prime
season.
Steak blend.
Okay, all it takes now is a little bit of
heat. Just sear it, you know, just brown it on both sides essentially. I like to add a little butter.
Nice. Definitely not showing how to make coffee. Excellent. One nice ribeye steak. Yeah, this is America. We don't share land.
Well, we definitely share land, and we're walking on Jerry's property right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So see this post?
Yeah.
It goes right through there. Bam.
Yeah, okay.
So this is my property now.
Yeah.
Over here. Oh, look at this. I had this fall.
Oh, it missed the windows, luckily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got a little more wood to burn. When it's dark, obviously.
Yeah, that's a nice cabin for sure.
You know?
Yeah.
These lamps, you know, you get those off Amazon for like $30, and you use just regular, you know, paraffin, which is wax, you know, oil. This is what they used to use. This is like...
Yeah, back in the 1800s,
yeah.
I'm on my way back to the airport, ready to fly home. We spent about 4 days in Illinois in the customer's plant. I had a really good time working there in the plant, especially with Chet and with Hunter. And in case I don't have any time to film an outtake together with Vera, I want to thank our Patreons a lot for their support, and we see you next Sunday.